I noticed that you didn't play. Do you play? And when you write, do you write with the guitar or with the piano or just in your head? Excellent.
Yeah. I do play, but my playing, I'm just less than average player. So, and I like to write with people. I like to engage with people. So, you know, there's the beginning of a song is usually gibberish, you know, to where, and the guitar player is playing, let's say it's a guitar player, and it's just, lot of sound of mind, oh, whoa, and you just get the sound of the words, and it's sort of, it's this spiritual experience, but I like it with the co-writer, and then you'll tape, you know, what you're doing there, and the sound of the words sort of become words, you know.
Wow.
Sometimes you'll start, I mean, it becomes, yeah, they sort of become a lyric, and then sometimes you start with the title, sometimes you don't, but yeah, I like to co-write and co-produce. And since I'm not a great player, it works out well because there's a lot of players that love to produce that don't write lyrics or melodies. So thanks for that.
How old is your niece now, and how did that all, I mean, when she asked you, do I look bad, how did you handle that?
I think I just said what you're supposed to say, of course not, you know, but then as we were walking to the beach, it was just bothered me. Yeah, it started just kind of haunting the rest of the day because I noticed the girls would walk in and suck in their stomachs and blah, blah, blah. But thanks for asking.
How old is she now?
She is 14, a little while ago then. Yeah, yes, and she's becoming a teenager.
I got some books for her.
I have a question for you. So what happened with the popcorn jelly beans? I mean, like that was the one popcorn thing that just doesn't really happen. It doesn't work, does it? I mean, your popcorn poem about happy thing popcorns.
Right.
I just can't stand the jelly beans, and I'm a popcorn hoe too. So I mean, have you ever tried the jelly beans?
No, the jelly beans is I'm having a disconnect.
Okay, they have multi-flavored jelly bean bags. I'm a jelly bean.
Oh, that taste like popcorn.
They taste like popcorn. Yeah,
no, that would definitely do it.
Popcorn flavor.
Yeah.
So like, why?
Yeah, there has to be attention.
The whole point is the crunch.
Yeah, the kind of crunch jelly beans.
What's your next project?
Terrible.
No crunch.
Wait,
Say it again.
What's your next project?
I'm going to go lie down. This is exhausting. No, I have a lot of things. I have like 100 different things that are in various stages of nothing's happening.
Are you going to be
The business is
you're lucky you're
terrible.
funny?
No.
Somebody's
I'll
going to play
direct
you?
it. Yeah, we're trying to cast the 20-year-old version of
Wow.
me. Yeah. It's about those years after college when you realize you've just graduated with a degree that's good for nothing.
It ended up being relevant.
It's actually, the speech at Hofstra is actually an encapsulation of the movie.
Yeah, I got it.
Yes.
I got the story.
That's what it is.
And what's it called?
You're lucky you're funny.
The same as the book.
It's because there's a chapter in the book that's just about those years after college.
I was saying it would be relevant with the economy right now.
I think so.
Absolutely. Hang on, I promised
But I
Suzanne
am
and
working on
Lindsay.
that and a few other.
I have a question for Bara, speaking of movies. Are you writing a screenplay? Because when I was listening to your story, I was seeing it.
I have to wait till my mother is gone. Oh, right, that screenplay.
How old is Mom?
She's 87, and she did a great thing. I came into her room a few days ago, and she was catatonic. I said, "What?" And she gave me... She gave me a piece of paper with her resume. Well, I know her resume, you know, all the shit she did. And she would talk to me. And I said, okay, if you don't talk, we'll go to the hospital. You know, I mean, you have to speak. She just went on the internet and Googled herself.
Oh, God.
And I don't know if you know this, but everything horrible came first. And she wanted me to call Mr. Internet. Have it erased and substituted with this page. So there's, if you think Postcards from the Edge was legal, it goes on and on. But so features, I don't know if you know this, are dead unless it's the thing part 7, you know, with those action movies.
Or
So
exporting Raymond.
I've gotten
Well, try
into-
distributing a documentary.
Yeah. Right, exactly. Yeah.
But when she's gone, I have the film, but now I'm back in television. Features, I did 2 in a row, and they're too hard. You know, the little ones, the festival ones. You go to festivals, you sell it for hopefully what you made it for, and it's just too much work.
One of my agents said this great thing. I'm sorry. It's impossible to get a movie made today unless you're selling a toy.
Exactly.
That's the perfect way to put it.
And my husband, who's ill, he did all the Santa Claus movies. You know, Tim Allen.
Tim Allen ones.
And he could get a job now, but he can't. But you know that, and I don't write happy things.
Steve, what was your question?
I was going to ask Phil, who of the cast had the most family stories that you used for material?
From the cast,
Well,
it would definitely
or the
have
whole,
to
or
be.
the writers.
Well, Ray was one of the writers, so I would say Ray.
Right.
Right? And we tried to use whatever neurosis he brought to the table and build stories around his actual character. And then as the show went on, the other characters became more well-defined, and then we could draw from stuff that would seem to be natural to them. Yeah.
Sort of something Barbara was talking about reminded me of this. After all of this incredible success you've had with Raymond, was it in any way humbling or odd or surreal or whatever to feel like you had to be, I would think, a beginner with distributing this film?
Yes.
Suddenly you're an independent filmmaker. I'm interested
Yes.
in what that experience is like.
It took from the idea for the movie, which wasn't my idea, it was the head of Sony.
Really?
He said, quickly, the head of Sony called me in his office. They invented the sitcom in Russia. It didn't exist until they brought the nanny over there.
Okay, and what year was that they did that?
This was 6 years ago.
Oh.
That's new, that's recent.
Yes, but I'm saying it took 6 years from then to now to get the movie out. But he said Sony invented the sitcom with the nanny. The nanny became the first sitcom in Russia, but these people, they came from all these disparate backgrounds in Russia to work on this new form of entertainment. They never had sitcoms before, like they came from the world of soap operas. I said, why soap operas? They said, because they're also a half hour. So if you understand a half hour, you can work here. So he goes, how would you like to go over there, observe how we do it, just observe, then come back and write a fictional feature film about a showrunner who goes over to have his show translated. I said, that sounds funny, but if the situation really exists, why not go over there with a camera crew and film what really happens? He said, I love that idea. Would you be the guy? Go do your show over there and be in it and direct it and do it. So how could I say no? So like an idiot, I went.
But you don't have regret, do you?
So
No, only we have regret about how hard it is to get these things done. They fought me from the minute the minute they said yes, it was, okay, the budget is going to be, from the producer who scopes it out, very modest, 1.5 million. Right? This is going to include traveling to Russia and staying there and doing it. And they said 900,000. So right away you can't do it. And so they don't care. And then after the show became a hit over there, they decided, you'll love this. You know what's great is we can now take this show, since Sony now owns part of the international part, we can now make money doing that show. You know what won't make money? That documentary we just made. Let's get his show and throw him and the documentary off the roof. So I had to fight and fight. So it took 2 years after the movie was made just to get it out.
Wow.
I just want to say one thing,
Please.
for the people who haven't seen that movie, aside from it being very funny and informative, what's really amazing is to watch somebody go through a constant negative bombardment and not lose it. That doesn't mean he didn't lose it when the camera's out there. But I'm just saying, I've seen I saw it before it was edited down to what it is now, and I think even one other time before that. So I've seen situations where I'm sitting there thinking, how is he surviving this? Why is he still there? How can he
How long was the process
actually?
I was there 3 weeks in March, and then because it wasn't quite cold enough, they sent me back in December.
Oh my God.
Where it can be very, very cold.
And I want to say that if you haven't seen it, what was joyful about it was we got to go with my 14-year-old son to be able to find a film that's sophisticated and that you can take your child to, but it's also, I don't know, it was just, it worked on so many levels. We all loved it. So go see
So
it.
what is
the name of it?
Exporting
Exporting Raymond.
I'm going to say the whole day.
Exporting Raymond.